Hello and welcome to another episode of Pro Clubs Weekly. I am your host, Eightball, and joining me on co-com tonight is... It's Domino. I guess we're stuck with Domino. Domino, how are you, buddy? How's things?
Yeah, mate, all good, all good. You thought you were going to have a surprise guest? It's always me, back again. Never leaving.
Surprise. Surprise, there's no surprise. Domino, tonight's game, VPG, E-Premier League, aka the European Super League, are last year's winners, Domino, Real Sociedad. You did not know that, did you? You did not know.
No, I asked you earlier on in the day. I was like, oh, where did Real Sociedad finish? He's like, I'm not telling you. So, now I know why.
It's a secret. And they're up against Abyssal Project, who I believe are French. And they're playing in the black tonight as Rayo comes through. And did the keeper make a save there? It looked like he tipped it over. Quality save. Early pressure from the reigning champions. And Domino, when I went looking for Abyssal, good save by Neuer, I could not find them on last season's league table. So that leads me to believe that they were either promoted or invited into this league this season. Either way, newcomers. So let's see how the newcomers do against the reigning champions.
It's going to be a hard task, isn't it? Imagine either you're newly promoted or new to the league and your first game. I was like, who you got? Oh, we got the reigning champions of last season as our first game, as a warm-up game, as a curtain raiser. It's going to send shivers down your spine. But, again, it could be up to the challenge. So it might be a great challenge to test your season. And if you go on to beat the defending champions, then... Ooh, red timed it.
At one stage, it looked like it may cause problems, like FIFA just wasn't going to connect onto that. But yeah, a chance for Abisau to make a real statement here and not just kind of G themselves up for the rest of the season, but send a kind of message to the rest of the league. And the games for VPG that we have covered so far have been quite cagey affairs. It's knocked down to Rayo. He's got acres of space, and whilst I'm not particularly familiar with Rayo, if you leave anyone in this league in that amount of space in the box, they're going to do damage, and that's exactly what Raul Rayo's done there, and it's 1-0 to Sociedad, Domino.
A vision from the right-hand side, the left-hand side, sorry, to play that ball, to miss the man out. It's a skill as well, because FIFA does lock onto players, so he needed to put enough power on that to miss the man out in the box, to get all the way across, and then it's like a training ground. They've worked on that, they've done that before. Reigning, defending champions.
Oh, what a ball that is, by the way. It's first star. He's still kept it on this right-hand side as Akers again, and that's slotted away nicely. They've doubled their lead in the first 15 minutes. Hair bouncing everywhere. Domino, what's going wrong here for Abisau?
Sociedad have started like an absolute tank. They are running through them at the minute. I think Abisau either just need to keep going along and not try and play out from the back at the minute and just try and get not some control of the game, just get it out of their half, because they're playing out from the back. But this press is working so well from Sociedad. They're giving them no time, no space on the ball here, and the press is really, really impressive.
And it's dinked back over into the box. It's cleared this time. What I've seen early on, Domino, is it looks like they're playing three at the back, and the three centre-backs seem really fast-paced out. So it's almost like they're trying to deal with the strikers with basically one centre-back but two full-backs. If we can tuck those in as they come on the... Oh, what a finish that is. And 8-ball, shut up. We're on the attack, and it's 2-1. Deficit halved. We've got a game on our hands.
It was a great play. I mean, to the casual, it looks like he has just ran... Oh, there's another attack going on across here.
They're just queuing up. They're queuing up. Good save by Neuer, and he's managed to push it out of the danger area. So good goalkeeping. Ball comes in, flicked on. Keeper commits. Central defenders have got it in 6 and 7s. There's always space on this right-hand side. What a save that is. Neuer keeping Abisau in this game. We're only 23 minutes in. Lots of work for the goalkeeper and the defence to do so far. Probably expected if you've done your research like we have, because quite clearly we love a bit of research.
Absolutely.
But they've done well to get themselves back into this game, actually, scoring at a good time, because that's not too great, is it? Because I think if they conceded that third goal, a good tackle there, good recovery by the player who gave it away, and he'll take that all day. Not sexy, but he'll take that. He played himself back out of trouble again. And like you were saying, Domino, this press from Sociedad, it looks scary. Like, I'm intimidated, and there it is, Rayo over. It's like shooting practice for Neuer here. It really is. Swung in again, headed out again, and recycled nicely by the reigning champions. Interestingly, Domino, Sociedad, a real-life team, as I'm sure you know. Nice step over there, oh my god. Rayo, who is looking so dangerous, the number 9, slots it in. Good recovery. Again, that press, Domino. Talk to me about that press.
It's, at the minute, I wouldn't keep playing. If you're Abisau, don't play it around the back 4. You don't. It's like they can smell blood in the water. They've done this a couple of times now, and they've won the ball every time it's broken down. And they're through here again. Great turn, great block. Still got the ball, turned out of trouble, and what a finish! That was absolutely fantastic. Genuinely.
It's they're getting the ball in the box a lot. Not only that, they've got time and space in the box as well. And they need to see this through to half time. I mean, they've proved to Abisau, they've proved they can go up the other end and score a goal. If they can grab another one before half time and keep this one interesting, keep Sociedad honest, give them something to think about. And great goalkeeping there by Anonim. Held that really nicely over the head of the striker, and expertly played out onto this right hand side. Loads of time on the ball. Rayo drops short. It's good to watch, Domino. You can kind of tell why they're champions. Almost toying with them. They've got the freedom of the stadium here. A good recovery though, and again, corner number however many for Sociedad. Abisau got some work to do here. If they can try and get through this first half at 3-1, and Neuer definitely been I was about to say the busier of the two goalkeepers. He's arguably been the busiest player on the pitch at the moment. Let's see what Abisau have got going forward. It's Phoenix, swings it into that back post, dealt with really nicely, and here comes Yasin on this right hand side, the fullback. Unusual ball, but he gets away with it. First star, willing runners, holds on to it. We've got Joan Lukaku, who again stands it up to the back post. It's kept on the low. He did what his positioning was spot on, Domino. Whether or not it was not registering that clearance, I don't know. We've got a great camera angle here, and it's 4-1. I don't want to say it's game over, Domino, but
no, we'll never say that in this FIFA. But it's an absolute steamroller at the minute, and I couldn't be more impressed by Sociedad. They look dangerous every time they go forward, and it's not the similar. Here we go again.
Speaking of which, it's so unselfish. Yasin off the post. There's 3 Sociedad players waiting to pop that in, Domino. And we've said it time and time again on this channel. If you've got players who've got that predatory instinct, you'll always get goals.
Yeah.
They've got 3 of them, and I think that shows on that first half.
That is a tough first half for Abisau. A very, very tough first half, and especially if it is like we think it is, either a newly created team or a promoted team, to go into a new league and you're matched up against this absolute dynamite team who I can't see a fault here. I really can't see a chink in the armour. Their attacking players are fantastic. That Juan, the left-hand side, the left midfielder, I think he's instrumental in everything they're doing at the minute. He's also getting back and helping defensively, the cameraman today. If you were Abisau, I'd probably, and I was the manager today, I'd say, look, that first half's gone. Game might be gone, but look, like real world football, let's just try heads down. Let's try and win this half.
Yeah. You need to start small. Win the half. If they can sneak a goal, which they've proven they can do, sneak a goal, get 1-0 up for the half, and see what happens from there. And immediately start with a high press, which is good. It's kind of what they need here, isn't it? Sociedad will be. They've given the ball away here, very unselfishly knocked across. That's such a big save, Domino. There was nothing wrong with that finish whatsoever, and he's plucked that from the top bins with a strong arm. Short corner routine here into the mixer. What a header that is! And if you put it into that mixer,
things can happen, mate.
They've given it, haven't they? Yeah, they're all running off. Yeah.
Oh, it's a long celebration. They're fully going for it.
Here we go. Yeah, it's going on. Yeah, going on even longer.
Macarena.
They're 5-2 down, busting out the Macarena. They don't lack self-belief, no. Which is good. They're looking dangerous in attack. And I think we're just trying to catch back up with ourselves now.
Yeah.
They've not all taken some magic potion that makes them move nice and quick. Joan Lukaku, Domino's favourite player, swings it into the box.
He's looking tasty, mate.
Headed out. Raven and Rayo between them. Oh, ending careers. Put into the box. And good defending there by Marwal. It's Phoenix again, coming forward into a sea of blue and white. And again, the good players create space, and every Sociedad player looks like he's just got time and acres on the ball, and it is a testament to the players and to be fair, the team in general, because it's quite clearly a well-oiled machine, isn't it?
Yeah, and to be fair, I was just about to say there, Abisau actually for the first time played out to the press, got to the halfway line, unfortunately got tackled, but like I said, they're winning this half 1-0 and it's building blocks, isn't it? It's building blocks. They're showing a little bit more confidence, but you've always got Sociedad when they come forward, and it's striking fear at the minute. In me, I ain't even playing the game.
Yeah, I'd put it this way, I wouldn't want to play against this Sociedad team. Oh my Christ. I'm actually speechless for the first time on this channel. Speechless. If that had nestled, and we're looking at the goal of the channel there. Luckily, trying to choose my words carefully here, it's hit the crossbar, and Abisau live to fight another day. They are looking for another 3 goals to get anything out of this match. Stranger things have happened, but Sociedad looking pretty dangerous here, knocking on the door, shall we say, as Yagitu has got it for Sociedad, and they've just got willing runners, players bombing forward. Look at the commitment to get forward here. At 5-2 up, there's no kind of game management happening here. They smell blood. They are going for it. Loads of time to pick the pass. Joan Lukaku looked like a little
nibble, little nibble.
Yeah.
We've seen penalties for less in this channel, mate.
Yeah, exactly. The problem is, though, if no one's ever seen our channel before, we look like we're calling for penalties for no reason. Yeah, if you're wondering why we always call for penalties, go back and watch some of our older videos, because, we've seen some crazy stuff on this channel.
Yeah, 8ball, I think you need to do a short on some of these penalties, mate.
I'll give you some homework, Domino. You can get cracking with that one, mate. Alex Roca has got it in centre midfield over to the left back, and maybe some game management creeping in now for Sociedad. He says as they go long ball, Neuer, the first touch was excellent, the second touch not so much. Has Roca got it in his locker? Nope. Cut out nicely there, and Abisau come out with a bit of possession. I was going to say come out with the ball. They don't. They're trying to now, and like Domino said, trying to play against this press. It quite clearly can be done, because they've done it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Failed on that occasion. It remains 5-2 to Sociedad. The longest we've gone in this game without Sociedad scoring.
Still looking dangerous though, aren't we?
They look to rectify that now. on this left-hand side. Swings it in. Akers chested, like stomach down, really. And again, queuing up in that kind of central box area where they've had so much room. Real spots a pass I didn't even know was there. I'm sat here watching the game, Domino, and I didn't even see that man. And that is 6-2. And I'm running out of superlatives for this team. Joan Lukaku. Domino, take over, because quite clearly I'm struggling here.
Just a danger. And the team are playing to their strength, so it's not obviously on one team, one player's quality and their brilliance, but they've just got so many weapons, and each individual player has got so much skill, and they're putting it together in a great team performance, and they're through again.
I could see what he was thinking there, Rayo. That's a bad pass, and it is Rayo in again. Yeah, you can see what he was thinking with that heavy touch. If the defender commits there, he is through on goal. He didn't. Good defending, and another Sociedad corner to add to their ever-growing collection. 10 minutes left. Abisau, what do you reckon, Domino? They're playing for pride now. They continue to try and play through this press, and to be fair, do quite well.
Yeah, knocking the ball around quite nicely here.
Yeah, they are through. They've shown in spells that they are a good team, and they just get caught, and it's just Rayo making these runs. Goalkeeper committed himself to that far side. Rayo just stayed on the ball, and that again is that composure we were talking about. You can't fault the goalkeeper.
No, he's made actually class saves.
How good the striker is there.
Yeah. There's no shade on the keeper. He's actually made some really, really good saves. Just how many can you try and keep out?
Yeah. And I think it's important now, these last 5 minutes for Abisau, that you'll play for pride. It's a big, long season. You've arguably drawn the toughest team, on paper. You've got a hiding. You pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you go again. It's a long old season. See if they can sneak a third. I mean, if they were to get a third here against reigning champions, I can't imagine many teams would do that this season.
No.
To be fair, even get the 2 goals. So it's important to kind of pick. Good tackle there by Killian. It is lost again, but they do come out with the ball. And yeah, you do need to pick positives from performances, and that stands especially true when there are long seasons ahead of you, because the worst thing you can do now is have 11 individuals and the wider squad start to kind of bicker each other, and he has got pace to burn. They can't take him out. The keeper rushes out. My God, what an individual goal that was by Fur. And it's 8-2. Opening game of the season for the reigning champions. Statement has been made, Domino.
Yeah. If you want to lay claim to the flag that's already in the ground, you come out with a performance like this. Clearly, they didn't have an off pre-season. They didn't go on holiday down to Dubai and sun the beach. They came full guns blazing, and guys, performance there, unreal.
Domino, I'm genuinely worried that we're not going to be able to pick a man of the match, because where do you even start with that? First and foremost, we'll start with a quick note on Abisau, Domino. Introduction to this E-Premier is about as rough as you're going to get.
Yeah,
but Sociedad looking like they're going to be there or thereabouts at the end of the season. Would you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, on performances like that for both of them. Now, we will talk about that Abisau performance. I mean, it's hard. When you're in pre-season, you do play either club games or you find friendlies to play against other teams, just so you can get some 11-11 experience and things like that. However, it's going to be almost impossible to find experience like Real Sociedad or find teams that quality that will spar with you. So that's their first probably taste of something of that quality, of that nature. Probably a well-oiled team that's been together a while, that won the league. So it's an induction into what the pinnacle of this league is about. So they would look from that, they'll learn from that. Each individual player on Abisau, if they actually take the positives out for there, it will make them better players. And yeah,
and they do, and it's a really good point, Domino. And they do say you learn more from your losses, so hopefully they can pick themselves up, dust themselves off, all that good stuff. But Domino, let's get to Sociedad now. Where do you begin?
Like it was the blood in the water that the original, when Abisau were playing around the back and they were collecting it quickly. The recycling of how quick they would win the ball was the most impressive factor early on. Before you saw any of the quality or individual brilliance or gold, it was their willingness to win the ball back quickly and early. They didn't drop off, they hunted. And when they knew they could do that the first 3 or 4 times, it was like a shark with blood in the water. They smelt it and they just hammered it home. There was no let off the gas. They were well oiled. No player was really out of position creatively or defensively. I can't see a chink in the armor. Actually, I'll give you one chink. Here's my one chink in the armor. They had a lot of corners they didn't score from one. If I had to give some in, great defending on corners by Abisau. Real, welcome to corners.
Well, yeah, if you're going to have one chink in the armour, if it's attacking set pieces, then so be it. We've had plenty of champions across the years in pro clubs and in real life who have not been great at taking chances from corners. And perhaps Real Sociedad are going to fit that bill this season. I think it goes without saying that they're going to be a team to keep an eye on this season, Domino. And obviously look forward to seeing those guys play again.
Yeah, but both teams actually, because when you watch games like this, it's interesting for us, not only as commentators, but as genuinely fans of 11-a-side virtual football, that one, watching a game like Real Sociedad and how class they were, but not only that, watching how Abisau can bounce back, see what change they make, see how they can develop their game and see if they can grow into this league. So I'm actually really looking forward to actually commentating on both teams again.
Yeah, and we wish the best of luck to both those teams throughout the rest of the season. And again, yeah, like Domino said, I'm sure both of them will grace the channel at some point. Domino, I'm just looking over at the clock now. I feel like we have gassed on for far too long. I blame the game more than anything, more than our ability to talk and talk and talk. So, man of the match, Domino, perhaps your favourite player, Joan Lukaku?
It was, if I could give a team man of the match, it would just be to the entire team because they were class. But yeah, Joan, every time he got on the ball, he was dangerous. My eyes were glued to every time he touched it. Like he'd willingly take on a player, play a killer pass, be in the final third for a finish. Great player. Really, really, really happy with him.
Yeah, and Joan, you got a new biggest fan.
Oh, mate, yeah, DM me.
We'll have to see if he does autographs, don't know. Right, so that all that leaves us to do is say congratulations to Sociedad, commiserations to Abisau, and yeah, if you're still with us, thank you for tuning in. Please do like, please do subscribe. It really does help the channel, and it helps us feed Domino.
Exactly, man is starving. And as always, guys, always a pleasure and a privilege to comment on your games. Commiserations, Abisau. Real Sociedad, killer performance. Let's see what you do for the rest of the season. But that's it from me. Take care of yourself, guys.
Yeah, see you on the next video, everyone.